Thanks guys for coming in and checking out another video by D-Bob. This one's Torchlight Feature. I want to show you guys this game because this is a fantastic game. Gonna jump right into it. You have three classes here. Your first is the Destroyer. He's your tank. He's gonna have the big weapons, the big armor. He's gonna have the shields. The Vanquisher is a ranged rogue kind of player. You're gonna have one hand that has a melee weapon, the other one's gonna have a ranged weapon. This is your mage, the alchemist. He's gonna use Ember, which is a big part of the story of the game. He's gonna have the staffs, the robes, the spells, all that crap. And as you can see there, I showed you the pets. You can have a dog or a cat, and no one's gonna have the cat. Everyone pretty much goes with the dog. I'm pretty far in this game, already level 17. We're going to go ahead and continue here and show you what this game is about. Now, it's a Diablo clone. I don't like the word clone. Those people that made Diablo at Blizzard left, and this is their creation. First thing I'm going to show you here is the map. You have the two maps, you have the radar, you have the overlay, and you can actually turn the map off completely. Right off the bat, they give you a chest where you're able to store some of your items. You got lots of room there. I don't use it. I just sell it for the gold. Okay, but you have a chest here. You have one in the northern part of town. This is your inventory screen. You have a place for your equipment down there. You have a place for your spells, and you have a place for your fish, which affects your pet, which is awesome. This game has fishing. You can get different fish that turns your pet into different beasts, really, and have different spells. Here's a nice feature. I don't use it. You can tab, hit this, and you can, have a keystroke to switch weapons. I don't use it. I just have the best weapons available. This is your skill tree. For the Vanquisher, you have Marksman, you have Rogue, you have Arbiter. I've gone down the Marksman route. It just is so powerful. It's so helpful to have. The Arbiter, on the other hand, you have this pet mastery skill. I think anybody should have it, and as you can see, it increases the damage, increases the armor, and the pet will eventually tank for you. So that's a very vital skill to have for anybody. Now here's the skills that I've picked. Ricochet, bounces off the walls, hits for huge damage, critical strike, increases my critical chance, explosive shot, which is just explodes. It's okay, of course I've leveled Ricochet up to level 8. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. Here's the journal tab. This is just a high-level view of everything in the game that you've done. You can see there difficulty, time played, chests open, spells cast, barrels broken, potions used, whatever, fish caught. It just gives you a high-level view of what you've done in the game so far. This is the pet tab, very critical. You can assign spells to your pet. Now there's no pet spells, there's no human spells, just spells. And he'll cast the spell whenever he needs to. You can have 2 of those. You have 3 slots, you have 2 trinket slots, and a necklace slot, it looks like. And they just help you increase the attack, armor, whatever. And you can see there's equipment, spells, and fish tab for your pet. Very useful, and we'll talk about that one a little later. Now, this game has quests, just like some of the other Diablo games have had, but this one, it's a little bit more evident. You walk around town, you see someone with an exclamation point over their head, you go talk to them, they give you a quest, you go complete the quest, the question mark, or the exclamation point turns into a question mark. Here's the settings, and just give you guys an overview of what the settings are. Now this game is a beautiful game, really well developed. It's the best game on the market for the dollar. It's on Steam, it's half off, it's only $9.99 right now. And as you can see here, I'm in town, I'm walking around. Here's an enchanter. I don't use it. There's so much crap in the game. You really don't need to use it. But you can stick a weapon or a piece of armor in there, and he'll enchant it with a random enchant. Frankly, I don't think you have any control over it whatsoever. You're gonna walk around a little bit more, and there's your second chest there I was telling you about a little earlier. Now, and you have stores, and here's one guy that I have a quest for, actually, and I completed it. So this is what happens when you complete the quest. You get the storyline. This guy has actually given me quite a few quests in a row. And as you complete quests, you get fame, which is another form of experience. You have experience when you kill things. You have experience from fame. Now, you can get fame a couple different ways. You can get it from completing quests, but there's big named monsters in the dungeon that drop rare items, and they also give you fame. And as your fame increases, it increases the amount of points you can put into your skill tree. So it acts like a lot like experience, but it's just another way to fill your fill tree. And we'll see this a little later, but when you gain a level, you can increase your your attack or your dexterity or your magic or whatever. This guy here, the reason there's dice over his head because this is a gamble. These are all magical items. They don't tell you the rarity, they don't tell you any stats. You just go buy them. Never had any luck with this. Just avoid it. There's so much that drops in the game. Don't even worry about it. Now, like I said, this is only $9.99 right now. Fantastic value. You can't get a better value right now. Other games are going to run you $50 or $60. Take advantage of it while you can. Get this game. I play it on and off. It's just such a good game, and the art style is really good, and it's so impressive. There's different level types. You go down every 5 levels, just like in Diablo before. You go down every 5 levels, and the whole environment changes. All of the monsters change. The drops change. It's basically a whole nother game. The gameplay is the same, but the environment is just a whole new environment. Now, this orb down the bottom, this is your waypoint. In the original Diablo, you went down 5 levels and you had a way out. Here, it's just a magical orb, and those are your waypoints. I'm down, I think, 17 levels, 15 levels, and this is level 16. Not totally sure, but you go down, you hit this, and you're just going to get dumped right into a dungeon with a bunch of bad guys, frankly. And this particular level set is a jungle theme level set. You'll see little pygmy guys with masks on, whatever. So the great thing about this game is that you can put it down and you can pick it up, but it's so entertaining. There's so much to do with the trees. You can become a different character next time you play it, and frankly, to me, the replayability of this game is very, very high. Now, we're going to show you something here, a little bit of combat, and you can really see I'm on very hard difficulty. When they hit you hard, and right now I'm using ricochet shot to just kill as much as possible, and it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the pet in there doing as much damage as he can. He's not doing a lot of damage. It's really clear that I'm doing a lot of damage compared to the pet. Now, I have a spell in there. It's self-heal. It's not an instant. It's a heal over time spell, and I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to actually get just overwhelmed. Those blue orbs, they're not magic. They're actually monsters, and they cast magic, and if there's 2 or 3 of them together, you have a tough time staying alive, at least on very hard. I couldn't speak to an easier difficulty. And you'll notice here that as I'm attacking stuff, you can see a +2 tick and a +72. The +2 every time I attack, it has a +2 mana and a +2 health, but sometimes it just gets a little overwhelming. I'm just gonna let you watch the gameplay here. So this is where I died. And it gives you 3 options. You can waste some experience and resurrect right there. You can waste some gold and resurrect at the beginning of the level, or you can lose nothing and get resurrected back in the city. I chose nothing because you go back to the waypoint, it's right where I'm at. There's no reason for me to spend anything to really move on, to get resurrected. So I just resurrected, went back in there. Now, I'm running out of time in this video. I really want to show you some stuff with the pet. So the next video is going to be strictly about the pet and what it can do for you, and how this is different from Diablo, and how this really makes the game fun and easy to play.
I am overburdened. My inventory is full.